My name is Ben Cooper. My whole life I've struggled with my health. I've been heavier, I've been lighter, but I wouldn't ever consider myself skinny. I've also had open heart surgery, which adds a whole new level of complication when it comes to what is healthy for me. That's why when I sat down and had dinner with someone who was vegan, I was fascinated. I had so many questions. What do you eat? Aren't you always hungry? Why would you put yourself through that? The answers to those questions were eye-opening and made me want to try it. So I decided that I would become vegan for an entire week. But I also knew that if I liked it, then I would definitely make the switch, because why not? I have decided to become vegan for the week. It's spur of the moment. This is my vegan friend. She's gonna help me. We're about to go to the store. Is this where every vegan goes?
I don't shop here, but you can find the stuff
I'm trying to
anywhere.
be cheap though.
Oh, I go to the bougie store.
We've now got a ton of vegetables and fruit. Now we're looking for rice. A bunch of beans and soups. What's next?
You're gonna have to get almond milk.
Almond milk for smoothies. In order to find out if a watermelon is ripe, you have to smack it. What do you think about our cart?
It looks good. It looks healthy.
Yeah, I think this is the healthiest cart I've ever had in my life. But there's no meat. Which is just...
That's the point, isn't it?
Shopping for a vegan lifestyle wasn't incredibly hard. I only had to change up a few of my usual go-to foods and basically doubled up on the veggies and fruit. I just had to remember to check the tag on anything that could have egg or milk thrown in for no reason.
Total price, $75. All this food, kind of expensive. What do you think?
Well, it's good for you, and it'll last you more than a week.
One thing that I absolutely have to do just to keep up with my health and just to make my life easier is to meal prep. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making my lunch tomorrow, which is just gonna be some rice and vegetables. And I'm making my breakfast, which is gonna be this nice smoothie. It's got some spinach, it's got some fruit. Should be pretty good. It's gonna be a long week. I was pleasantly surprised with how easy day one went. I had meal prepped plenty of veggies to eat at work throughout the day, so whenever I was hungry, I got to eat. I did, however, make the mistake of not bringing hot sauce to work, so it was very bland food, unfortunately. I just finished my first day at work eating just vegan, and it went pretty well. I am happy that I meal prepped because I way overslept, so I just grabbed all my food, including my breakfast smoothie, and left. I'm a little hungry now, so I guess I get to have my black bean burger or whatever, but I didn't eat all my rice and vegetables, so I still have that for either tomorrow or tonight for a snack. I don't think I miss meat yet. One thing I did find out in this process is that I actually don't mind these black bean burgers as much as I thought I would. You definitely can't think that they're meat because there's no way anybody is passing this off as meat, but it actually tastes pretty good.
Leah just made me pick up Cookout, and it's literally filled with dead animals and animal products. How do you live with yourself?
It's yummy.
I'm doing a really good job being a vegan. I've talked about it at least like 20 times today.
That's what they do. Have
Yeah.
you smelled it?
No, I was smelling it in the car and I was disgusted.
You should do what I do, which is tell people I'm a vegan.
Meanwhile, what I brought healthy vegan foods like hot sauce, beans, rice and vegetables. I just don't know how you do this to animals. I just finished day 2 of my vegan diet that I've been doing, and I'm trying to slowly introduce new foods that make me interested because I started off pretty bland on day 1. Today I introduced hot sauce, which made everything taste better. Tomorrow I'm adding this little protein blend in with my rice, so it adds some vegetables, but it also has some more stuff in there for me. I'm just trying to mix up the food as much as I can because I don't really know how to cook it, and I could learn how to cook it, so I'm trying to keep it as interesting as possible. I do miss eating meat. When I was most hungry, I was craving meat. That's a shame, but I am trying to learn. I watched Cowspiracy, the documentary today. Fascinating documentary. I want to learn more about it as I go throughout this week. One of the most eye-opening things I did throughout this process was spending my time educating myself on what a vegan believes. The most influential resource for me was the documentary What the Health. In it, they brought up so many points that really brought several things to question.
including cheese is coagulated cow pus. Animals in big farms like chickens are surrounded by dead animals, and because of this, bacteria spreads. The chief officer of the diabetes organization didn't want to talk about preventing diabetes through diet, but only about living a life with diabetes. The American Heart Association is sponsored by places that used processed meat, and if they get money from them, they won't ever talk bad about their products. Treating chronic disease like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer is a $1.5 trillion industry, and everything is always about money. Animals are being killed and processed so fast that most meat in stores is contaminated by fecal matter. The only thing capable of creating protein is plants, and the protein you get from animal product is just recycled protein. And here's the big one for me: you can stop and reverse heart disease by eating a low-fat, plant-based diet. It is now Friday night and I've driven home. My dad is out grilling. They're gonna have hot dogs. I'm gonna have some veggie burgers, and they're grilling some vegetables. They don't really know what to think about this whole vegan diet thing, but I think this is the perfect way to show off what it would be like. Because it's one thing to live on my own and cook for myself, but throw myself into different situations where I'm going out to eat with family, different situations, to see how difficult it is to be a vegan. I'm on my 6th day of being vegan. We're having a lot of family over, and of course, in the back seat, we have a ton of pizza with all kinds of egg, cheese, meat, and I want to eat it so bad, but I can't, not for another day. I'm gonna be honest with you, this was the single worst part about being a vegan. I love pizza, and instead of pizza, I had this fake, doughless, cheeseless pizza. I'm gonna film my reaction to this gross looking pizza.
It does look gross.
It's gross.
It's
It's like slimy. That pizza looks way better. My pizza? Everybody else's pizza. I think there's one that looks better. I don't know. Yes. But what's one bad meal in a whole week of eating good plant-based food? Do the pros outweigh the cons? And at the end of the week, the question was, did I like being a vegan, and is it something that I want to continue? So, I'm not vegan anymore. I have all the respect in the world to the vegans out there that can actually go without meat. But at the end of the week, and after that gross pizza, I just really needed a burger. And I'll be honest, I've actually been off of eating vegan for several weeks now. This is an old video that I did during the summertime. I think it has changed how I eat here and there, but I can't stick away from meat just because I think it tastes good, and there was all those good things that potentially happen, but then there's also like potential negative problems with being vegan. So it's like, which one do I want? I do think that it's something everyone should try, because I actually really was surprised by how much I liked being vegan and how it wasn't really that hard for the first like 5 days. It's just like I couldn't be strictly vegan and not have meat. And I would say if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. Go a week without eating any meat and see how easy it is, because it has changed how I eat. Because I used to think, oh, I have to have a meat in every meal or else I'm not getting enough protein. But like that's not how that works. I hope there's not too many people here that thought that I was actually like fighting for vegans and stuff. I have all the respect in the world, but I'm concerned that me eating a burger in this video might be offensive, but I hope not. This is a good burger. I was just recently featured on the UAMDB Tuba's Instagram page,
Which brings us to today's shout out. It goes to Haley and she says, "Hey, I found you from the MDB Tuba Instagram page. I was just accepted to UA as an upcoming freshman. I have the same aspirations to teach flute at a college level. Do you have any advice for these next 4 years?" Yeah, tons of advice. There's only so much that I can give in a little bit of amount of time, but have fun, work hard, really learn your theory, because that's probably going to be one of your hardest parts. It was for me, unless you know theory already. I'll probably make a video of this in the future, so thanks for checking out the channel and stick around, and maybe I can be of help more in the future. If you want a shout out in the next video, go follow me on Instagram at MakeLifeMusical and comment down below and you might be next week's shout out. I hope you enjoyed me experimenting with all this vegan stuff. It was very interesting to me and I enjoyed it, and I was hoping that it would make for a good video, and I think it did. So that wraps up this video. Go Make Life Musical and I'll see you in the next one.
It's making life